Hi everyone, welcome back to my class. Today, we're going to learn about information part 2. And after that, we will focus on the grammar, reported speech models. Ready to start this lesson? Let's go. Our table of contents for today's meeting. First, vocabulary. Second, reported speech, especially models. Third, practice. And fourth, speaking assignment. Before we start our lesson, I would like to ask you some questions. Do you like reading the news? And what kind of news are you interested in? Topics of news. Actually, there are many topics of news. And what kind of news are you interested in? Are you interested in business? Or are you interested in celebrity, entertainment, fashion, gossip, health, politics, sport, travel, weather, science and technology, or nature and the environment? I believe you have your own preferences on these topics of news. Maybe you are interested in politics or you are interested in fashion or many others. What makes people read news stories? First, it's because of interesting headline. The people will actually read the headline before reading the whole contents. If the headline is interesting, and maybe it can make people curious about the content, they will continue to read the whole news. Next, a topic you know about. When you follow the story of some continual news and accidentally you read the news about something you know, this will make you read the whole news. Next, hot issue. Every people will be interested in the recent information. And of course, the hot issue or hot news will attract everyone's attention. Next, relevant to personal lives. When you are in the problem or you have something that disturbs your life, you will be interested in reading the news about something that relevant to your personal life. How to get news today? You can get news today from the internet. You may use smartphone or computer to access the internet so that you can get the news from it. You can also get the news from the television. You watch the television and the news anchor will broadcast the news today. And you can also get the news from the radio. When you listen to the radio, the broadcaster will also inform you about the news. And you can also get the news from newspaper or magazine you read. Well, now, let's discuss this question. Have you ever seen or read news on social media before it was on TV? What was it? And what did it say? Here, I provide you the sample answer. If you say yes, this will be your answer. Yes, it is about bullying among the young students. Some people said that bullying had to be stopped. They also advised that young students should get the education about bullying. Some others claimed that the people who did bullying must be punished. These sentences are using reported speech. They are reporting what the first people said. Let's focus on today's grammar. It's about reported speech, especially modals. Change of modals in reported speech. Will is changed into would. For example, direct speech. Eric said, I will tell you the news about my friend. Reported speech becomes Eric said that he would tell me the news about his friend. Will in the direct speech is changed into would in the reported speech. Shall to express future is changed into would. Shall is usually used for British for the subject I and we. For example, direct speech. My sister said, I shall make a cake. Reported speech. My sister said that she would make a cake. Here, shall to express future in the direct speech is changed into would for the reported speech. Shall for asking opinion is usually changed into should. For example, direct speech. My sister said, shall I read the news? This is the question. So, the reported speech becomes, my sister said if she should read the news. Shall, for asking opinion or question, is changed into should in the reported speech. Can is changed into could. For example, direct speech. Rihanna said, I can swim. Reported speech. Rihanna said that she could swim. Can in the direct speech is changed into could in the reported speech. May is changed into might. For example, direct speech. She said, I may forget the homework. Reported speech. She said that she might forget the homework. May in the direct speech is changed into might in the reported speech. Must is changed into must or had to. For example, direct speech. He said, I must go home. Reported speech. He said that he had to go home. Or you can also change he said that he must go home. Have to is changed into had to. For example, direct speech. He said, I have to read this article. Reported speech. He said that he had to read that article. Have to in the direct speech is changed into had to. The modal would in direct speech, there is no change. It still becomes would. For example, direct speech. They said we would come on time. Reported speech. They said that they would come on time. Here, there is no change for the word would in direct speech and reported speech. The modal could in the direct speech doesn't also change. It still becomes could. For example, direct speech. My father said I could run faster when I was young. Reported speech. My father said that he could run faster when he was young. We don't need to change could. It still becomes could for reported speech. But we need to pay attention to the pronoun, time expression, and place expression. The modal might doesn't also change. It still becomes might. For example, direct speech. She said, I might be late. Reported speech. She said that she might be late. Here, we don't need to change the modal might, but we change the pronoun. I becomes she because it refers to the subject she. The modal should doesn't also change. It still becomes should. For example, direct speech. He said, you should call your brother. Reported speech. He said that I should call my brother. Here, we don't need to change the modal should. We just change the pronoun you becomes I, and the possessive adjective your becomes my. Alright, it's time to practice. I want to know how well you understand about this lesson. That's why, let's do this practice. In this practice, I want you to change the direct speech into the correct reported speech. I want you to guess the answer first. Please take a few moments to think about the answer. And after that, we will have a discussion. The time is yours. Time's up. Let's discuss it together. Number 1. I must work harder, Reno said. It becomes, he said that he had to work harder. Here, we change the modal must into had to. And the pronoun I is changed into he, because he refers to the subject Reno. Number 2. Laila asked me, when will we meet again? This is WH question. Then we should follow the rule of WH question. It becomes, she asked me when we would meet again. Here, the modal will is changed into would. And we don't need to use that. We use when as the connector. And after that, we put the subject we after when and would after the subject. Number 3. Irma asked Ronnie, can we meet at the station? This is yes-no question. Then we should follow the rule of yes-no question. It becomes, she asked Ronnie if they could meet at the station. We don't need to use that, but we have to use if or whether. And also, the modal can is changed into could, and the pronoun we is changed into they because they refers to Irma and Ronnie. Well, let's move to the assignment. It's speaking time. It's about reporting news. In this speaking time, I want you to report news. So, how is the guideline? Let's jump to the next slide. Guideline of speaking time. First, this is an individual assignment. Second, choose the recent news and then report it. You just pretend as you are the news anchor. Third, record yourself while reporting the news. Fourth, use reported speech in your report because you are reporting what the first speaker said. Fifth, don't forget to show your face on the video. 6. Make the video attractive, just as the news you watch on a TV. You can put your face in the front of the screen, and then the picture of the news you report behind you. 7. Upload your video on YouTube. Copy the link and then submit to the assignment section on the Scalsa. Here is the example of news. It's about heavy rains destroy sheet building in South Jakarta waterways. Or you can also see other sources from YouTube or other videos about reporting news. You can use that reference as your assignment. That's all our material today. Well, thank you so much for listening to my explanation. Good luck in your assignment and bye.